Yo, what's up, them boys? I wanted to talk to you guys today about the new leaks coming out, the new leaks and details coming about the James Bond, the new 007 film. It's being pitched by Edward Beeger, Dennis Villeneuve, Edgar Wright, Jonathan Nolan, and Paul King. Okay, this will be after Dan. I think this is Daniel Craig's last one. He already did it, so they're gonna be doing a whole new thing. This is gonna be a whole new, part of the series that they're doing again. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I think out of all of these directors, I would probably prefer Jonathan Nolan to do it. Dallas Villeneuve is good. You know what I'm saying? I think he's really good, but I think it would be a little too. James Bond might not really be like, not gonna say not his bag because he definitely makes, you know, amazing films. Prisoners, Enemy, Blade Runner, Sicario. I mean, he's doing Dune right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is definitely one of those. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really make bad films. They're always really good hits. But I think I would want Jonathan Nolan on this one. I don't know. There's something about Jonathan Nolan. You know, Christopher Nolan, that's his brother. Jonathan Nolan's already worked on things, Westworld and shit like that. I think he even helped write some of Oppenheimer and shit like that. I feel like maybe James Bond is more of a Nolan, like Jonathan Nolan type thing. Because I mean, these are the two actors, I mean, directors that I really know the most. You know, I know Edgar Wright, like he does other films, but I feel like they're always so funny. I mean, if we go look at Edgar Wright's things, we can go look at every other person's things too. Let's go look at Edgar Wright, okay? Edgar Wright. We'll look at everyone's filmography and what they directed. So Edgar Wright had done. Damn, I forgot. Oh, yeah. See, but no, I don't think it's a really like. He definitely does not fit that James Bond vibe. Shaun of the Dead, Baby Driver, Hot Fuzz, all bangers. Scott Pilgrim versus the World, a classic. World's End is really good. I mean, I only watched it once, but it was pretty good. Baby Driver too. Oh no, I hope that doesn't come out. Keep that a one-time thingamabob. But yeah, see, Edgar Wright has his little vibes and shit like that. Dennis Villeneuve, you know, Dune Part 2, Blade Runner, Sicario, Arrival. Like, it's been banger after banger. Prisoners, Enemy is like non-stop with the bangers. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Nolan. You know, let me look at Paul King. We'll say Jonathan Nolan for last. Paul King, because I want to look at people I don't know that much. Paul King, okay, he has directed. Hello? It doesn't even show. It would be right here. Has he done anything? Paddington? He's the Paddington director? Wonka? Oh, hell nah. Night. Oh, no. Let me see. He was director for Wonka, Paddington, the dog. Like, I don't know. Hey, listen, man. Maybe he will be good too because, I mean, I don't know. He's so really undercover and shit like that. I mean, I know people love these Paddington movies online and shit like that. But IRL, I don't know anyone that really talks about Paddington. Wonka, I mean, I was not gonna watch Timothy Chalamet be Wonka. I'm sorry. I already had Johnny Depp do that, and I already had the guy from the '70s do it. I'm not doing it again. Okay, so that's Paul King. All right, and then who else is directed on this thing? Edward Berger. All right, let's look at Edward Berger. Edward Berger has directed. Bro, what? I thought I copied it. Come on, man. I'm gonna have to cut that out. I'm gonna just redact Paul King's name because we already, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't really have a lot of bangers and shit like that. Edward Berger, yeah, and then All Quiet on the Western Front. I heard that's really good. I never watched it. Conclave, I heard is good. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched any of this dude's stuff, to be honest. I haven't seen any of his stuff. Yeah, I haven't seen any of this dude's stuff. Yeah, so these are the two people that I'm like. Those two people right there are like, what's his name? Paul King and Edward Berger. I'm like, that will be a little toss up. You know, that's a little toss up because they don't really make a lot of things that are super well known, I guess. Or I guess well known to me, but it still looks like they make good shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not gonna say the Paddington thing is well known. I'm not gonna say it's not well known. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of like other high quality films and shit like that and stuff like that, for them to get into James Bond would be kind of interesting. In terms of like interestingly bad. To be honest, like I think if you're gonna have a director for a 007 film, it has to be someone who's like, you know what I'm saying, that has really been doing this for a minute. You know what I'm saying? No offense, you know what I'm saying, Christopher Nolan and his brother, they have been doing this for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they are kind of the best picks for it. Because then you still have, even though Jonathan Nolan is going to do it, you know, he's going to talk to Christopher. So he's going to be like, oh, bro, you know, I got the 007 shit. You already know I got that 007. You want to look at some of the script and shit I've been looking at? He's like, yeah, let me see this thing. He's like, oh, this is what I would change. This is what I would change. And then they could go back and forth and shit like that. I just feel like that the dynamic with the Nolans might be a little bit better for a 007 franchise, to be honest with you. Just to keep it about 50. And I know how Jonathan Nolan is and Christopher Nolan. They kind of like to keep the series short, so they're not going to milk this franchise for too long, even if they do it. They'll probably do 2-3 films. They'll be like, all right, find someone else. That's it. I already did my 2-3 run. That's it. You can already tell Christopher Nolan when he was doing Batman, he barely even wanted to do Batman. He was like, all right, I'm going to do this 1-2 times. But this third time, you're asking for too much. You're asking for too much. Barely even seen Batman in that thing. That nigga blew up. Anyway. I think Jonathan Nolan was probably the best one for this film. Interstellar, he was part of Memento, Westworld, The Prestige, Terminator Salvation, which I fucking love. I can't even lie. I know people don't like that bit, but I love Terminator Salvation. I can't even lie. But I think he could really do his shit right here. Jonathan Nolan, I think he could really do his thing right here. I think he could really do his thing right here if we get him on this. And Dennis, I'm not going to lie, my boy, I'm going to need you to work on other things that's not Bond films. You know what I'm saying? The Dune franchise was good. That was your one big I don't want you to keep getting into franchises, though. Make another thing that's like, you know what I'm saying? Your own mind, your own creativity again. Because I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not trying to see you take over a franchise that's like already a thing. You know what I'm saying? No offense. Not saying that Bond isn't good or anything like that, but I don't really think that him taking over Bond is going to be like, oh my God, it's great. It's not going to be like, this is crazy. It's going to be like, okay, this is good. But I think Dune and all of that religious stuff, more Star Warsy, you know, shit is more his realm, more conspiracy, more into the mind and shit like that. I don't know if like 007 deals with conspiracies, but nothing too like crazy deep. It's just more like, you know what I'm saying, within the governments and shit like that. I mean, he's done something like that with the Sicario and shit like that, but it was never really like that. It was more what's going on the border and shit like that. You know, Arrival was like about the aliens and shit like that. So I think Nolan might do a little bit better, to be honest. That's just my take on it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. I just wanted to talk about the 007 castings because, I mean, the director's getting looking for it and pitching ideas because this is looking pretty good. We might get a really good Bond film. We have 5, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good directors on it. 2 ones that are really unknown, but they have worked on good things. Okay. And 3 certified juggernauts. So it will be interesting to see, man. Let me know what you guys think down below about what the hell is going on with that bit. And I'm gonna talk to you later. Peace.